What if the tingling, numbness, or burning in your hands and feet isn't random? What if it's been made worse by simple things you do every day? We're going to break down the 5 hidden habits that could be quietly damaging your nerves. And more importantly, we'll give you a simple blueprint to start taking back control today. If you're watching this, you probably know the feeling. That pins and needles sensation or frustrating numbness is called neuropathy. It happens when the nerves outside your body and brain, your peripheral nerves, are damaged. Think of your nervous system as your body's electrical wiring. Neuropathy is like those wires have frayed. The signals get scrambled, leading to pain, weakness, and that maddening tingling. For years, people were told that neuropathy is a life sentence. But while a complete cure isn't always possible, the severity of your symptoms is often made much worse by small daily habits. And here's the hopeful part. What is worsened by habit can often be improved by habit. Our mission is to give you the tools to create an environment in your body that can fight back. In our first section, the silent damage of a sedentary life. This habit is so common, most of us don't even see it. Sitting still. Hours at a desk or on the sofa put sustained pressure on the nerves in your lower back and legs, choking off their blood supply. Your nerves are living tissues that need a constant flow of oxygen and nutrients to function and repair themselves. Poor circulation starves them, leading to inflammation and pain. Think of it when your foot falls asleep. You've temporarily compressed the nerve. Now imagine a low-grade version of that happening for hours a day, every day. The fix is simple. Move. The plan isn't just to run a marathon or try to do that, but to weave small movements into your day. Set a timer to get up and stretch for a minute every 30 to 6 minutes. These micro breaks take the pressure off and let your blood flow freely. A standing desk can be a game changer. Even gentle ankle circles while you're sitting can break those long stretches of stillness. Our next section, we're going to talk the hidden strain of poor posture. This habit is how you hold your body. Hunching over a computer or craning your neck to look at your phone is a direct assault on your nerves. Your spine is the main highway for your nervous system. When you have good posture, that highway is wide open. But when you slouch, you create traffic jams, pinching the delicate nerves, branching out to your arms and legs. It's like kinking a garden hose. The signals get distorted, leading to numbness and tingling. Fixing this is about creating new muscle memory. First, be more mindful. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head towards the ceiling. This simple thought helps lengthen your spine. Next, adjust your workspace. Your computer screen should be at eye level, and when you're on the phone, try to lift it to your face instead of dropping your head. You're retraining your body to protect rather than harm your nerves. Our next section, the inflammatory fire of sugar and processed food. Our third habit is what we eat, specifically our overconsumption of sugar and processed foods. This isn't just about your waistline, it's about fanning the flames of inflammation all over your body. For your nerves, this is like a constant simmering fire that can damage their protective coating. For people with diabetes, high blood sugar is directly toxic to nerve cells and is the leading cause of neuropathy. But even if you don't have diabetes, frequent sugar spikes cause oxidative stress. Think of it as rust forming on your nerves. The plan is to fight that inflammatory food with anti-inflammatory foods. Build your meals around whole foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats from avocados, nuts, and olive oil. One of the most powerful changes is cutting out sugary drinks. You don't have to be perfect overnight, just start with one thing, like trading your afternoon candy bar for a handful of almonds. Every small choice helps. Our fourth section here, the squeeze of our ill-fitting footwear. Our fourth habit can make your foot-related symptoms a daily nightmare. The shoes you wear. Your feet contain a dense network of nerves. When you squeeze them into shoes that are too narrow or too tight, you're directly compressing those nerves and restricting blood flow. A tight toe box, high heels, or flimsy flip-flops with zero support all create pressure points that aggravate nerve pain. The fix is to give your feet the space and support they deserve. First rule, try to prioritize comfort. Look for shoes with a wide toe box that let your toes spread out naturally. Good cushioning is also key, acting like a shock absorber. And proper arch support is non-negotiable because it helps distribute your weight evenly. Choosing the right footwear is a simple change that can bring profound relief. And our final and fifth habit is the regular consumption of alcohol. Alcohol is a direct toxin to your nerves. This is so well known, it has its own name, alcoholic neuropathy. Here's why it's so damaging. Alcohol itself is poisonous to nerve tissue. It also messes with your body's ability to absorb crucial B vitamins, especially thiamine, which are essential for nerve health. For people who already have neuropathy from another cause, drinking alcohol is like pouring gasoline on a fire. The path to feel better is clear. Reduce or eliminate your alcohol intake. If you have neuropathy, the safest bet is to stop drinking completely. This removes the toxic agents and gives your body a chance to start healing, allowing your system to finally absorb the nutrients it needs for nerve repair. All right, let's recap. 5 everyday habits that can accelerate nerve damage: sitting too long, poor posture, high sugar diet, wearing the wrong shoes, and drinking alcohol. But the real takeaway here is the message of hope. You are not powerless. By moving more, standing taller, eating cleaner, choosing better shoes, and reducing alcohol, you're creating an environment inside your body that promotes healing. Don't feel like you have to tackle everything at once. Pick the habit that feels the most doable for you right now and focus there. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I want to hear from you. Share in the comments which habit you're going to start with today. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health.